Good afternoon, Thunderbirds fans. Don Armiel and Nate Christensen coming to you live here from the old Monument Rinks in Rampage, Monument, Colorado, where your Thunderbirds are going to be facing off in their third game of league play here this weekend.
Excited to get back after it, Don. Obviously a beautiful Saturday, nice little hour-plus drive down here to the Springs, but boys had a tough week of practice, getting back to the grind. Coach obviously focusing on getting after it, competitiveness, getting after the puck, getting in front of the net, crashing it. But it was a good, fiery practice from what I heard all week.
And I can't say I disagree at all. We heard a lot of, you know what, we need to get our butts to the net because we have a lot of offensive opportunity and a lot of offensive zone opportunity. Now we got to capitalize on it.
I agree, and hopefully these boys are hungry coming off of last week. Obviously, going 1-1 last week in a weekend. You know, they went into hoping to go 2-0 and assert their dominance in the state. But another opportunity this weekend with the game today, and then back-to-back Sundays we've got Rampage for Rough Riders. So
Rough Riders,
yeah, back in state for the rest of this weekend before we head to beautiful Sioux Falls, South Dakota next week.
Hey, we just got some good news hot off the press. We have an official release on Hunter, not the Hunter, Christensen. So he'll be looking to make his way back on the ice and become super healthy as we head into Sioux Falls next week.
Yeah, good to get him back, obviously, and it's always good to have two goalies regardless. But back at practice on Thursday and get dialed back in. I don't know if we'll see him this weekend, but you know, it's good to see him back out there competing again. So
I love it. Just over 3 minutes here in the warm-ups. We'll also be in this game. We're having a couple of boys get opportunities to play up with the 16. So for this game, we'll be missing Landon Dowd and Connor Speaks. And then I understand for tomorrow's game, we'll be missing Jackson Dyer and Dylan Payne.
Oh, Jackson and Dylan, yeah, tomorrow. So similar to last week, obviously have a couple guys getting pulled up to the 16, but I think that creates opportunities for these kids to step up, play different roles with different lines, and just everybody contribute. So we're excited. But so far today, Tbirds having a successful day down here. 13's won 3-1, 14's won 4-1, which we just finished up. So if my math checks out here, Don, it should be a 5-1 game with the 15s going to this.
Hey, wouldn't that be a thing, huh? Let's keep it rolling. At the least, let's Barry come out with a W. And if we play the way we know how to play at Thunderbird hockey, there's no way that doesn't happen.
I agree. Boys look ready out there. Look like they got a little pep in their step. Excited to see this one today, John.
Looks like holding down the benches, we're going to have Mr. Blake Redpath, player coach, with Coach Buzan and Ryan, and Coach Kev holding it down.
Blake obviously still coming back off of wrist surgery there. I think Hunter mentioned last week that it seems like it could be a little bit of a shortened from what he was projecting of 3 months before. It could be 2 months. So obviously want to get him back there patrolling on the blue line, doing what he does best. But as you said, player coach, he'll be firing those boys up from the bench, along with helping on the coaching side of things for the D guys. So
definitely creates different perspective sitting in that position, but no doubt, good news is good news. We'll take him back as fast as we can get him. Looks like we'll have 4 strikes on the ice tonight. So far, haven't had much to complain about in terms of the strikes on Colorado soil. Let's hope that continues.
I agree. It's been pretty solid so far, so let's let the play match what we're seeing there. So packed house today in Monument, though.
Packed house. Today is an all-day T-Birds Rampage day. Tomorrow is an all-day T-Birds versus Rough Riders day at our barn at Big Bear.
We'll learn to skate after the games tomorrow as well. Bring your kids out, you know.
Yeah, for those
you gonna get out there?
Know,
you gonna get out there, Dom?
For free tomorrow with the Thunderbirds.
Love to see you get out on that ice. Try hockey for free.
All right, well, let's do it. But let's get a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's going to do it for your warm-ups. Starting lineups come to you here momentarily. I believe we'll be having Mr. Ethan Marquez in net.
Looks like we're getting 95 in the net for Rampage here from the looks of it. Broadcast tomorrow, right over the top of the Broncos game, Don. Big Broncos game, too.
Yeah.
You know, Giants in town visiting.
And the Giants,
they're playing better football.
To be a cellar dweller, right? But they have come alive here as of late.
They got a couple kids on that team coming out with Jackson Dart and can't pronounce his last name, but Cam Skibido. They're just out there trying to run over dudes.
Yeah, I tell you what, I like that kid out of Arizona State, man. He has got no quit. There's a lot of athletes that could take a page out of his book.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see a little bit of that out of our T-Birds today, if you know what I mean.
Well, let's go. We have the Avs versus the Bruins later on here on Colorado soil, I believe.
Yes. Big battle there at Ball Arena. 7 o'clock puck drop on that one.
Looks like coming to the ice, we're going to have Jack Evans and Mark on the backside. Up front, we're going to have Parker, Sam, and Trevor to start us off. Players are ready. Refs are ready. Checking with the goaltenders. Already looking for fair face-offs. Get in there and drop the puck. Puck's down. Parker wins it, dumps it in deep. Rampage plays it from back behind their net. Forecheck's on. Rampage trying to come up. They can't get it out. Trevor holds the board. Parker comes through. Rampage gets it back. Rampage now has the line. Turns and fires it in deep. Mark in on retrieval. Mark reverses it to Jack. Punches it forward. Parker's there. Parker trying to work it forward. It's in skates. Parker keeps working. Puck is able to chip up and out. That's off. That's not an icing. They got a piece of that. They're going to call it an icing anyway. That'll be a defensive zone face-off.
I mean, you commented on the refs so far this year, and, you know, we're 0 for 1 on calls so far, Dom.
0 for 1. They were watching the play instead of calling the play, and that will happen. Miller, looks like Daschel and Dyer on the backside. Miller, Dylan, Irvin. Jackson trying to play the puck out of the corner. Rampage has a seam. Came across the crease. We get it. Irvin's got speed. Irvin's got zone entry. Turn shot, fire, saved. It's not loose. Jackson turned fire, saved out to the corner off the late pad. Miller cycles it to Dylan. Dylan working out of the corner. Looking for space, leaves it for Miller. Miller got angled off momentarily. Rampage comes out with it. Irvin's there, third shot fired. Puck goes in deep. Looks like we're going to be going on a penalty kill. I think they're calling Dylan. I didn't even see what happened.
Don, I didn't see it either, but great shift there by 33. Irvin coming out, getting a couple good looks off of a rebound, got another one there. T-Birds quick 3 shots on that, but as you said, going on the penalty kill here.
Daschel, Jackson stay on the backside. Up front, we have Sam and Kellen, it looks like. 2 minutes to go up on the clock. Sammy steps in for the draw. Puck is down. Bounced 6 inches off the ice before anybody got a stick on it. Jackson's able to clear it up and out and down. Kellen's on a source, puck's on net, saved and frozen, so that'll be an offensive zone face-off. And that's a good sequence.
Love the hustle there by O'Leary, getting down the ice there, forcing him to pause that and getting an offensive zone face-off, which is key here on the penalty kill.
Samuel stepped in for the draw again. Rampage gets it up out of the corner, try to send it back behind their net. Kellen's applying some pressure. Rampage reverses it backside of the net, looking to come up and out with speed. They have the half boards. Good job standing them up in the neutral zone. Now they have zone entry. Good job by Kellen and Jackson down here in the corner. Pucks in skates. Kellen trying to poke it forward, does momentarily. Dashel comes out. Dashel has it, is able to clear it up and out and down. Really good job. They were working on that all week in practice. That's an icing. They were working on that pressure all week in practice, right? Stack, 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 go. You slow them down, you go, you pounce. And that's exactly what happened, allowed to clear.
Love to see it. I'm sure Coach loves to see the same thing. Working in practice all week and then executing that game. That's what it's all about, Dom.
Jack Evans and Mark on the backside. Up front we have Garrett and it looks like Miller. Miller in for the draw. Puck's one of the half boards. Rampage picks it up, looking for space, have the over. Rampage up, looking for the middle pass. Now they have zone entry, but he gets stood up right there by Jack. Mark has it, turns, wires it up and out and down. Miller in pursuit. 50 seconds here on the kill. Miller comes in with good pressure and a good stick, battling down there, 2-on-1. Rampage tried to chip it up the half boards. They have it out, neutral zone. Now they're going to have zone entry to the outside. Turn, put it on net. Easy save by E-Train to the outside. Again, turn it cleared by Mark. Kellen now back on up front. Sammy. Really good job. Kellen has it. Rampage with the over off a skate, changing ice, missed the overpass. They have the line, turn and fired in deep. E-Train out to stop it behind his net, allows Sam Jackson to come through and clear it.
Good kill here by the T-Birds early.
Really good job. We're back to 5-on-5. Jackson now on the backside. Jackson throws entry. Rampage chips it back up in. We chip it in deep. Rampage regrouping in the defensive zone and big long stick. Linden. Jackson has it, turns, fires it in. They wave off icing. I'm not sure how. We were definitely offsides, but we'll take that. Keaton playing hard behind the net. Applying lots of pressure. Rampage comes up the middle, clears the zone. Dashel and Jackson just shutting guys down. Miller has his own exit. Dashel picks it up. Dashel has speed with Keaton. Dashel gets angled off. Keaton comes through, fires the puck in deep. Rampage up the outside. Loses it off the skate. Linden's there, chips it up and out. Good job by Sam coming through, gets angled off. Connor Hilly now on. Parker pokes it out. Rampage holds his own, working out of the corner. Puck comes all the way through. Connor nets off. What happened?
I think we're going to get a power play here, Don. I saw a little extracurricular there behind the net, and it looks like it got a nice slash right to the chest. I saw on the corner, but it looks like he's taking both of them.
So that puck better be at least in the neutral zone. Better be in the neutral zone. Why is it in our defensive zone? Asking for a friend. So we had mashing calls there, 5-on-5 hockey. Jack and Mark on the backside. We have Sammy, it looks like Trevor, and Parker. Puck comes out. Trevor has it. Trevor chips it off the board, has Parker. Parker tried to chip it in. Rampage loses an edge. Parker playing off the half boards. Trevor. Puck sent in deep. Rampage sends it back behind the net. Mark steps to short. Does. Rampage sends it to the opposite corner. Jack in to hold the zone. Rampage up the half boards. They chip it out, but Parker's right here on the spot. Coming through with Jack Evans. Mark has it. Just lost it momentarily. Puck gets chipped up and through, but Rampage is right there with a good stick. Turns and dumps it in deep. Mark back on retrieval. Wires it to the opposite side. Nobody home. Miller's now on. Puck goes all the way through. We step. They have someone wide open in front of the net. And we got to watch that. Stay home and mind our responsibility. Puck's up and out. Trevor to Miller. Miller's going to have his own entry. He's all by himself as we're looking for changes. Miller looking for space has Dillon. Jackson and Dashel on the backside. Dillon tries to slide it through. Rampage there. Dillon munches his guy back behind the net, but Rampage comes out with speed. Irvin has it there. Has had Dillon just slid through a stick. Dashel has it, turns, fires it in. Irvin goes in to dig it. Kellen now on. Puck's back behind the net. Dashel holds his own momentarily. Puck's in sticks. Dashel comes out with it. Dashel looking to get through space. Does. Gets it in deep. Really good job here being patient. Irvin Jackson fires it on net. Goes to the corner. Dillon playing out of the corner. Sorry, Dillon. Yeah, sorry. Dillon comes out. Dillon pokes it high to Jackson. Jackson sends it high, and that's going to be an icing, so we'll stay right here. So good little pressure and patience there.
Hey, hell of a shift there, Don, by O'Leary, Penny, and I think Big Herb Carlson out there. You've seen a lot of back and forth kind of patty cake in the neutral zone, but really asserted on the forecheck there. So great shift there by the boys.
Connor Hilly, Jack Evans on the backside. Kellen, Garrett, and Linden on up front. Kellen in for the face-off. Don't make it about you, please. Get in and drop pucks. Puck is down. It's one back. Connor Hilly has it. Turns, sends it in off the half boards. Rampage has it. Looking for the cross pass. They have it, but we shut it down. Kellen turns, fires it in deep. Garrett's on his horse. Rampage has it with speed back behind the net. Up. They send it in. They wave off icing. Again, I'm not sure why because there was no touch there. Rampage playing out of the corner. Trying to get it to net front. Collapsing deep. Connor has it. Sends it right up the middle to Linden. Off a stick. Rampage turns, fires it in. That's offside. They're looking. Oh, they're going to call that an icing.
That's going to be an icing.
Okay. Well.
Threw that one just in front of the red line there, but they're going to call that an icing there, Dom.
Okay.
Hey.
It's the call.
We'll take it.
Dashel Jackson back on the backside. Sammy Keaton and Liam on up front. Sammy steps in for the draw. Puck one back. Jackson holds his own, gets it in on the hash. Sammy picks it up. Sammy has the lane. Working through. Backhander by Keaton. Saved and frozen. That'll be another offensive zone faceoff.
Good look there by 95 Olsen, getting to the net, throwing that one in. Obviously didn't get as much juice as he would have liked to on that one, but good little shift there off the faceoff by this line.
Hey, everybody going to the net. That's what I like about that shift. Puck's down. Keaton has it high to Jackson. Jackson turns, shot blocked. Right out front, backhander attempt by Liam. Gets blocked again. Sammy working back behind the net. Sammy slips one. Sammy has Jackson. Jackson has Dashel. Dashel had Sammy going right back down the slot. Turn shot fired by Keaton. Jackson has it back to Dashel. Dashel turn shot fired, gets deflected up and out of play. Really good puck movement by that group there.
Yeah, that line was coming out there buzzing, really moving the puck down, and Dashel just a bit outside. A little high and right there on that one, but good little rip there, and I think Rampage goalie made a great save there on Liam had a nice little nifty backhand on that loose puck up front, but made a good little kick save on it.
Jack and Mark on the backside. Parker, Kellen, and Trevor on up front. Trevor playing out of the corner. Trevor tried to leave it for Parker. Parker comes out with it. Parker tried to cycle it down. Rampage holds it, but Mark is there. Mark turns, fires it right back down in deep. Trevor's going to go in there. Trevor and Parker. Parker has it. Puck comes high. Jack holds his own momentarily. Still holds it. Jack got held up. Rampage able to clear it. Kellen has it. Kellen's going deep behind the net. Turns out of it, looking for speed. Kellen has Jack. Bumps it up to Parker. Ooh. Bodies all over the place. Trips. No calls. Rampage chips the puck back in. Mark with a good angle. Bumps it right in front of the net. That's a dangerous play. But we had bodies there. Puck's finally out. Offside. Trevor holds up. Check from behind. That's going to be another power play for your, well, that's going to be the first power play for your Thunderbirds.
Yeah, great job there by Trevor skating that one out. Noticed Parker was offside and came back and got that one on. Took the cross check right between the numbers coming away, but popped right back up. And Tbirds going on the power play here, and love to see this thing get going.
So a little different look here tonight. We have Miller, Dylan, Irvin, Dashel, and Trevor to start us. Puck one back to Dashel. Dashel has Trevor. Trevor has all kinds of time. Turn shot fired. Puck hit a body. Dylan comes out with it. Dylan has the seam. Held on to it too long. That's offside. We got to move the puck there.
Called the offsides, but completely missed the hook there, Dom. That happened on Penny as he was coming through. Stick there for the Rampage player. Got right in there. No call.
Miller will step in for the draw. Rampage wins it back. They're going to be looking to clear. Good job by Irvin holding the board initially. Rampage ships it up and out. Trevor has it. Dashel going back behind to get this thing set up. Dashel leaves it for Miller. Miller's going to have speed. Miller's going to get zone entry to the wide side. Get this thing set up. Miller got bumped off. Puck comes up high. Dashel has it. Dashel leaves it for Irv. Return shot fired. Puck's in the back of the net. I don't know who's going to get an assist there, but it started with the puck getting up to dash down Irvin. Irvin got it on net, and then guys going to the net.
I think 25 got that one between 5-hole. Dylan Penny getting on the score sheet today. I think it was a loose rebound, cleaned up, got that one 5-hole, Dom.
And that's what you want to do. Pucks on net, go to the net. 1-0 favor of your T-Birds. Keaton, Liam, Sammy. Looks like we have Mark and Jack. Puck's down. Rampage has it. Tried to get it forward. Good job by Mark. Steps in. He's got the line. Mark got angled off. Rampage picks it up. Chip it up and out. Jack back in pursuit. Jack from the defensive zone. Jack over to Mark. Mark backhanded it up the boards. Rampage has it. Rampage trying to get to net front. Saved and frozen by E-Train. I'd say that's the first dangerous chance that E-Train has had to save.
Yeah, good save there by Ethan as I was completely botching the clock, and I tallied one for them, but we've got it fixed here, Don. Shot so far, 6:42 left to go in the first. We're 8-2 favor the Tbirds.
Dashel Jackson on the backside. Kellen, Linden, and Garrett on up front. Kellen in for the draw. Puck's one back. Dashel has it, turned wires it. Garrett's going to get there. Tried to chip it up. That's the play, though. Jackson manhandles his guy out of his zone. Rampage has it in skates. We're trying to stay on it. Rampage has zone entry. Turn and fire it in deep. Jackson cycles it up to the hash. Garrett's there, turns it over. Jackson bodies his guy off back in the corner. Kellen's working there to support. Puck sent back behind the net. Linden's going to be there. Lennon hard off, tried to go hard off the board. Ref impeded play. Kell's got it. Kell's going to have his own entry. Kell turn shot fired, get blocked. Rampage has it. Turns, fires it up and out and down. Skate. Dassel has Lennon up the outside. Lennon working for space. Lennon trying to pump it forward. Rampage holding the board. Finally, man, little ping pong action going. We're looking for changes. Rampage has it. Turn, fires it in deep. Connor Hilly and Jack Evans on the backside. Connor defends it forward. Irvin has it. Tried to poke it forward. Rampage with a good shot. Point blank. E-Train saves it. Dylan has zone entry. Had Irvin. Doesn't get any prettier than that.
No.
Right? Find space. Get guys going to the net with their 6 on the ice. He found Irvin, and Irvin just chipped it home.
Love to see it there, Dom. 3-on-1 coming down here, the A. Colorado Springs kid getting on the board with a goal in his hometown. Had the shortest drive of his, hockey season so far, but gets a tally on the goal there for a big 3-3.
Gotta love that. So we got Miller, Dylan, and Irvin. Connor and Jack. And I tell you what, if that squeaks through Irvin, Miller's there on the backside as well. Puck sent in deep. Irvin's going there to embark in the battle. Rampage sends it into the corner, trying to clear it. They have the zone cleared. Connor Hilly back, though. Has a cross-ice pass just out of Miller's reach. Rampage chips it over. Jack off the half board is going to have Irvin chips it in deep, and Dylan is in pursuit. Rampage tried to reverse the back of the net. Connor Hilly shorts his own, forcing Rampage to reverse the backside of the net. They don't really have anywhere to go right now. Finally come out with it. Net off.
No, we're going to get a little net off whistle as the two Bash brothers came in there. Came in on one Rampage player and threw him into the net and knocked it off there. But good sequence, good forecheck there by the T-Birds, Don.
There you go, wholesale changes. We see Sammy, Trevor, Parker, Daschel, and Jackson on the backside. Sammy steps in for the draw. Sammy wins it back to Jackson, has a lane, turn shot fired, got deflected just wide of the net. Didn't miss by much.
Did not miss by much. I don't know, the goalie saw where it was and it just landed on his pad there, but good little look though.
Do it all over again with the same 5 guys. Sammy in. Puck's down. Sammy wins it back again. Jackson turn shot fired. Went off a skate wide. Parker has it. Parker has Daschel. Turn shot fires. Puck saved out to the corner. Parker again working out of the corner. Sam in the support. Sammy slips a guy. He's trying to take the back of the net. Trevor comes in now. Jackson steps to short. Jackson had Parker up front. Rampage with a good stick. It goes up and out of his own. Sammy's going to pick it up. Sammy off the half board. Rampage has it. Nobody at net front. And that was dangerous. Puck up and out. Again, ref in the way again. He needs to get his ass out of the way. Pardon my French. Sammy has seam. Leaves it for Daschel. Daschel turns shot fired. Loses it. Rampage had a mini break, but got shut down immediately. Good hustle. You make mistakes, you want to hit hard. Jackson turn, fires high over the net. Mark and Garrett Liam on. Trevor battling down in the corner. Now we see Jack come on the backside. They're trying to get Trevor off. Rampage has trying to get in, but Mark has all kinds of speed. Holds him up, rides him all the way to the corner. Stay on it. Rampage gets a stick on it. Keaton's there. Liam picks it up. Sends it out front. Rampage up the middle. Jack turns, dumps it in. Looks like that's out of play. That'll be a neutral zone face-off.
Man, Keaton, that last shift looked like he was blasted out of a rocket coming out of the bench down there on the offensive side of things.
But he was fine, and I think if he doesn't lose an edge and get held down a little bit, he might have been out front for that little center.
Right on the doorstep. Would have been there, Don.
Mark's down, one back. Mark has it. Mark turns it over. Turn shot, fire, saved by E-Train. Puck sent up high. Rampage holds his own. Good stick initially by Keaton. Rampage working from back behind the net. Sent it up and high and not quite out. Turn shot fired. Ethan gets a glove on it. That was wide of the net. It goes wide. Puck's cleared up and out. That's going to be an icing, so we'll be in a defensive zone face-off. Wholesale changes.
Good save there by Ethan. Bailed out, and we had a perfect tape-to-tape pass coming from the defensive side of the T-Birds right onto a Rampage player's stick there, but big Ethan stood tall there in the net with a nice save.
You see Dashel and Jackson come on the backside. Linden, Trevor, and Kellen on up front. Puck's one forward. Rampage has it. Tried to shoot it. Had it come off their stick. Big boy picks it up. Tried to slide it forward. Rampage loses an edge. Trevor has it. Kellen comes through. Turn shot fired. Saved loose. Now frozen. That'd be an offensive zone face-off and a little lovey-dovey action going on in front of the net.
Yeah, just a little bit of a smell my glove there, Don, by number 91, Lyndon Burns. A little frustration there, I think, as a couple opportunities on that shift there, and nobody could just get a stick on it up in front of the net.
I mean, where should I really start?
Puck down, sent to the half boards. Rampage has it, trying to take the back of the net. They get it up. Jackson has it. Jackson turn shot fire stick by Rampage out in net front. Rampage has the outside. Good stick by Dashel. Sent to the corner. Dashel back on retrieval. Dashel got tripped back behind the net. No call. No call. Chipped it out. We have Linden. Linden turn shot fired. Good spot. Saved by a glove. But that was in the right spot.
I agree. He's looking up there at top corner where Grandma hides the cookies. And unbelievable no call there in the corner. His stick clearly gets into Dashel's skates and trips him up. But none of the four of them were paying attention on that one, Don.
Miller, Irvin, Dillon on. Backside we have Jack and Connor Hilly. Miller had won it, went right into the ref's gates. Jack turns, fires, glove save outside of the net. Offensive zone face-off.
Good face-off win, funneled that back right up to the top, and good shot in. Love to see the D getting engaged here, Dom.
There we go, Miller back in for the draw. Puck in skates. Ref gets eaten. And you know what? That's a price you pay for not moving your feet to get out of the way. Rampage stretch pass has his own entry. Sends it out front. They have someone coming. E-Train slides out, shuts down the angle, and freezes it for a defensive zone face-off.
Ethan standing strong early here. 5 saves so far, and a couple big key ones there. And again, Rampage getting that puck off the boards, funnel it right to the front of the net. They're getting guys streaking coming off the bench or on the rush there. So got to keep an eye on them.
Jackson and Dashel on the backside. Parker, Trevor, and Sammy on up front. Sammy in for the draw. Pucks one forward. Parker comes through his feet. Parker and Trevor going to have his own entry. Parker turns, oh my God. That was Trevor. Turn shot fire, got on net. I thought that might have found the back of the net there for a minute.
I thought so too, Don. It looked like it gave up on the rebound there, but was able to kind of cover it up, whether it be with his glove or his arm. We lost the puck there for a minute and thought Trevor that thing was going to flip out and flutter right into the back of the net, but never saw it come.
Here we go. Samuel stepped back in for the draw, looking to just win it back. Been really good so far. Come on, guys. You're consistent at something. Unfair face-offs. Kellen steps in for the draw. Rampage has it. Up and in. Has the line. Turns and dumps it in deep. Pucks in up the half boards. Trevor bumps it. It's up but not out. Dashel has it. Dashel has Trevor going right up the middle. That's going to be an ice. Oh, they wave off icing. Thank you. Trevor plays it out of the corner. Parker has it to Trev. Trev looking for the backside. Trevor leaves it for Dashel. Dashel's going to have the back of the net. Dashel has Parker. Oh, with Trevor coming to net front. Hey, that was a pretty good little idea there. Back of the net, cycling guys through that low zone.
You called it. You saw Jackson start to creep in there looking for the puck and didn't want to call for it too much as they would have known he was right there on the doorstep and couldn't get him the puck there, but would have loved to have seen a little tape to tape and him blast that one in.
Kellen Garrett, Linden, Jack, and Mark on the backside. Pucks one forward. Rampage playing out of the corner. Rampage bumps it up. Mark holds his own. Turns and dumps it back in deep. Rampage trying to pick it up out of the corner. They clear it up and out. Jack holds the line for a moment. Rampage turns shot fire. Puck's loose. Good job, collapsing defense, able to get that puck cleared. Ethan was cool in that situation. Linden has zone entry. Has it to net front. Puck's loose out front. Jack has it, turn shot fired. Puck frozen. We're getting in net front. And that's all I can say is I need a drink to that. Anybody got my bet?
See if we can get some recruits from the parking lot, bring one in for you there, Don. But a little back and forth action there is Ethan, couple of really good saves there as Rampage had an opportunity, then flip it back to the other side of the ice. Burns throws one in, and Miller had another good shot too. So
we're short one. 3.5 here left in the first period. Miller trying to win it back, get everybody to the net. Can't quite do it. That's going to do it. First period's going to be over. We come back here in the second. T-Birds are up 2-0 and outplaying Rampage, no question.
Yeah, just the way you probably drew it up this week in practice is T-Birds up 16-7 on shots, up 2-0 on the scoreboard. Obviously, on the defensive side of things, got to clean up, a few of those turnovers and get a body in front of the net, cover their streaking guy coming in. But love what we saw there in the first period.
Well, just be looking for more of the same here in the second period. And I feel like if we keep moving the puck and keep playing in the wee hockey, we have a lot more to gain here.
The wee hockey, good phrase there, Don. Don, I feel like since I've been hanging out with you, I'm starting to get the same cold you've had all week.
Well, here, I got cough drops for days.
People are going to start asking questions, Don, if I get sick,
Well, if it was mono, I would be concerned.
I had that, actually, in high school. It's horrible.
No.
Yeah.
Well, kissing the wrong girls is what they say.
Yeah.
Second
Too many, the wrong ones, High school.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you got to kiss a lot of the wrong ones to find the right one, as they say.
Yeah.
Dashel and Jackson on the backside. Up front, we have Miller, Liam, and it looks like Keaton. Miller in for the draw. Puck's down in skates. Dashel pokes it forward. Or Jackson posted it forward. Sorry. Rampage tried to clear it out. Refs are in the way for days. Keaton has it. Turn shot fired. Comes out to skate. Miller has it. Gives it to Dash. Looking for Liam up front. We're going to be going on a power play here. Let him touch it. Dashel back on retrieval, looking to get this thing set up. Why? Here we go. Jackson from back behind their net has Miller. Miller up the outside. Miller has zone entry. Miller had net front. Rampage touches it up, so we're going to be going on a power play here. Let's go get number 2.
Not sure the call here, Don. You've called it out a couple times. Refs getting in the way. We saw it in the 14s game right before this, but one of them out there got absolutely bowled over by 2 of the players on the play, just being in the wrong area. So
That's what happens, though, I think, when you're watching a game instead of making sure you're moving in and out of right position. So Miller, Irvin, Dylan, Dashel, Trevor. 2 minutes up on the clock.
Worried about 1 inch there on the other side.
Puck's down. One back to Dashel. Dashel to Miller. Miller across the pass to Trevor. Trevor picks it up. Trevor looking for space. Soft lead to Dashel. Dashel has a shot lane. Oh, slid it through, looking for Dylan up front. Couldn't get a stick on it. That's off. So that'll be an offensive zone face-off. And Shocks, I think, in that spot, we're looking for Miller on the backside to go in to join Dylan. Dylan just couldn't quite get a stick on it.
Yeah, it was a great little drive there by Dashel. Good couple moves. Got the puck right across the crease there. And
puck sent to the half board, or Miller comes out with it, trying to get it up high to Dashel. Got sticked. Now he has Dashel. Dashel has the line. Was looking for Dylan up front. Gets through. Trevor has it. Trevor working off the half board, looking for space. Trevor has Dashel up high. Dashel has a lane. Dashel leaves it for Miller. Miller taking the high seam. We're looking to trade places. Lost it. Good job by Irvin to come in and help support down here in the corner. Puck comes up. Trevor has it. Trevor has Miller. Miller turns shot fire. Puck's loose out front. Irvin has it. Irvin turns shot fire. Stick to the back of the net. Dylan picks it up. Cycles it over to Miller. Miller looking for Trevor backside. Trevor turns shot fire. Belly. Puck's loose. Puck comes up high. Dashel has Miller. Miller to Trev. There it is. There it is. Dashel to Miller to Trevor to find the back of the net on a power play. Tic-tac dough as in money, baby.
woo, paying the bills out here. Up 3-0 on with the power play goal there. That looked like something straight out of the Avs playbook there. Little fake 1T pass across, buried in the back of the net. Great play there by the Tbirds.
As you know, being a goalie, Dad, you get that goalie moving side to side. It gets a little hard at times.
It can be difficult for sure.
Jack and Jackson on the backside. Lyndon, Kellen, and Garrett on up front. Rampage has a cross pass. Good job by Jack. Bodying his guy off, allows Garrett to come through. Garrett chips it up and in and down. That's going to be an icing. They should have waved it. There you go.
They did.
Late wave, but they should have. Rampage clears it up and out. Jackson back here in retrieval, using his speed. Pokes it through to the opposite side. Puck gets chipped up to Lyndon. Lyndon has Garrett. Garrett sends it to the net. Lyndon got taken out, going to the net. Jack holding his own, gets it deep to Garrett. Garrett working off the half boards. They blow a whistle.
Should be a cross
Are
check
they going to
here.
call a penalty, or are they going to call a face-off?
They should be
No arm
taking
in the air.
Well, they're taking Garrett into the box. They should be getting one as well. As it looked like Rampage.
Matching.
Rampage
Okay.
came right in there at the end. As I think Garrett was on top with a little bit of extracurricular with the stick, and then he came right in and buried it right in his chest, Don.
All right, well, matching. So it'll be 5-on-5. We see Dashel and Jackson come on the backside. We have Kellen, Lyndon, and Keaton. Kellen in for the face-off. Lord. Puck's in skates. Lyndon tried to come through with it. Rampage picks it up, has the exit. Dashel defends, pokes it up. Dashel has wide zone entry, gets around one. Looking for Lyndon going to the net. Lyndon from back behind the net. Lyndon cycles it back down, ref in the way. Keaton picks it up, trying to go work off the half boards. Comes high to Dashel, turn shot fired. Cross pass, puck goes up and out of play. That should be an offensive zone face-off.
13:41 left here in the second period. Probably about, 5-6 minutes here before the break. Would love to see us tally another one on here, Don. Keep the forecheck rolling and put another one in the back of the net.
Well, I tell you what, we got Rampage's best shot when they came out, started the game. They were flying fast and furious, but the Thunderbirds have expressed their authority here. Connor Hilly, Jack on the backside. Parker, Sammy, and it looks like Trevor. Puck sent through the crease. And that's what they've been looking to try to do, send pucks through creases with guys at net front. Trevor working down in the corner with Parker. Good job by Sammy trying to cover. Sammy chips it down in deep, has Trevor working out of the corner. Parker in the support. Ref's in the way again. Get out of the corner. Get on the dot, you dum-dum. Here we go. Trevor from back behind in the corner. Slides it back behind Parker. Trevor up high. Connor Hilly just loses it momentarily. Trevor comes back, is able to chip it up and deep. We're clear on the delay offside. Parker back in on the forecheck. Rampage sends it to the corner, trying to come up high. Good job by Connor Hilly. Angles his guy off. Jack back on retrieval, sends it cross pass to Irvin, chips it up and out. Dylan now on with Irvin. We need a defensive change here too. Rampage sends it in deep, no icing. Connor Hilly from back behind the net. Up the outside, had Dylan, chips it forward, had Miller Jones now on with speed, trying to get it to net front, comes out with it. Miller and Irvin battling down here. Irvin has it. Irvin out on the corner. Has Dashel. Dashel looking for Jackson on the opposite side. Puck goes deep. Jackson sends the hold. Rampage looking to clear it. They send it up and out and down. That's going to be on net. Saved and frozen.
A little extracurricular there, Don, there at the end.
Yep. Protecting the goalie, and I'm okay with that. Nothing cheap. Just telling him to back the truck down.
I was fat fingering the clock over here and had to look down to make sure I wasn't hitting the wrong button so everybody can follow along at home, and missed it. So
here we go. Miller in for the draw. My God. Puck's down. One back by Irvin. Jackson punks it up the boards. Out of the zone. Rampage turns, tries to fire it back up. They're going to have zone entry. Jackson's going to retrieve that back behind the net. Reverses the side of the ice. Has Miller. Dashel. Dashel has it out of the zone to Dylan. Dashel has zone entry. Oh! Dashel about blew the edge and went head first into the boards. Puck comes up the half boards. Jackson steps to hold. Jackson has it. Tried to send it high. Turn it over to Rampage. Rampage has it. Turns, dumps it in deep as they're looking for changes. Puck played out. Dylan has it. Dylan wide. Punches it forward. Has Irvin. Puck sent forward. Good interception by Dylan. Is going to have zone entry. Tried to slide through on net. Goalie saves it out. Puck comes up high, turn shot fired. We're going on the power play again. We have Dylan holding something.
It looks like he got hit with that shot coming in there, but Dylan was coming in with a head of steam and got into the goalie there, which they took offense
Puck into the neck. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it looked like he took it right in the back.
Well, they had an arm in the air, too. Is there a penalty as well?
Yeah, we had a cross-check there, Don. As I said, Dylan was coming in really hard. Made contact with the goalie, and obviously Rampage took exception to it, which they should, and they came in with 2 cross-checks on them, but I think they may only get 1 here. But
they're putting Dylan in the box. I mean, I guess I'll take a 5-on-5, but I have not been impressed with this officiating crew so far. Mark and Jack on the backside. We have Liam, Kellen, and Keaton on up front. You got to do this at least once a face-off. So this time it was the other guys. Puck comes out. Mark's in shot fired wide. Rampage picks it up behind the net. Jack steps to hold the zone. Puck on the half boards. Rampage picks it up. They have zone exit. They have zone entry. Good job by Kellen to try and help. Puck comes to net front. And, yeah, there was a little extra love tap there going in on our goalie as Ethan had frozen it. No problem with Liam mixing it up there.
Great cover there by Ethan with 4 guys just bearing down on him. 2 T-Birds and 2 Rampage guys just casually covered that one up. And we'll take a face-off here, but good job by Ethan on that one.
It's like we have wholesale changes. So we have Daschel and Jackson come on the backside. We have Linden, Miller, and Garrett on up front. Miller in for the face-off.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Joey, can you go get him, please? Like every face-off, there's an unfair face-off. Puck's one out of the zone. Rampage picking it up in their defensive zone. Rampage trying to send it up high. Linden's there. Linden chips it forward. In deep on net, sent to the corner. Miller on the forecheck. Rampage reverses the backside of the net. Garrett's there. Garrett holds his guy up. Puck battles. Rampage comes out with it, but again, forced to reverse the side of the ice. Garrett blows an edge. Try to send it up. Rampage finally has zone exit. Chip it forward. They're going to get zone entry. Looking for time and space. Turn shot fire. Punch save to the corner. Rampage picks it up. Trying to come to net front. Daschel has it. Chips it up and out of the zone. Linden's flying pressure. Puck sent up the middle. Sammy has it. We're looking for changes. Sammy finds Linden. Linden leaves it for Daschel. Daschel turns out of it. Has Linden on the opposite side. Sent it high to Jackson. Turn shot fired. Save to the opposite side. Rampage has zone clear. Turn and just dump it in deep. We're going to be going back to retrieval. Jackson's there. Jackson backhand. Turnover on the blue line. Rampage sends it in deep. Daschel bumps it up to Jackson. Jackson tried to backhand it up again. Rampage is holding the zone. Goes up and out of play. So that'll be a defensive zone faceoff.
Good shift there by T-Birds. Got a little offensive pressure here on the other side. And a couple just barely missed the passes there. They had a couple good looks. Those cross-ice passes really looking good tonight. And just got to make sure we get to the right space, Don.
That's it. Keep playing unselfish hockey. Sammy in for the draw. Looks like we have Parker, Trevor on with Jack and Connor Hilly. Rampage sends it in deep. Sammy is applying pressure. Puck comes up high. Turn shot fired. Saved out to the corner. Rampage is in the zone holding 6. Puck comes up to the hash. Jack's there trying to tip it forward. Rampage sends it down to the corner. Connor Hilly rims it. Rampage sends it back down into the corner. Lots of high hands coming. Jack has it, sends it forward. Parker has it off the boards. Funky bounce there. Puck is in. Puck. It's not an automatic offside, dum-dum. Neutral zone face-off.
Somebody put something in Don's
Delayed
coffee.
offside. Should have been the call.
Yeah.
We did not touch it. Rampage did.
Tough bounce there as Parker had a great little touch pass coming up there and just hit something in front of us that we can't see, but looked like a great little pass but couldn't get there.
Liam, Kellen, Keaton on up front. Connor Hilly and Jack on the backside. Puck's sent to the half boards. Connor Hilly has the line, turns, fires it in deep. Keaton into apply pressure. Good body, angles his guy off. Jack steps to short. Rampage comes out with it, looking for stretch passes. They get behind us. They send it in deep, but we stay with it. Send it through the net. Nobody home. Rampage playing out of the corner. Good angle by Jack. Kellen's there with Connor Hilly. Rampage has the seam. Cross pass, turn shot, not even close. Up and out of play on its own merit. That should be out of zone as he sent it up and out of play on its own.
Yeah, that thing was way wide there, Don, but that's a little clapper from the top of the key, but going to take us to the break here.
Looks like that's going to be an ice make, so you stay tuned right there. We'll be back with you here in just a moment. All right, the ice is made. The players are ready, just waiting for the silly Milliken guys in stripes with the whistles.
Still talking about unfair face-offs and how we got to clean up the game of hockey and unfair face-offs, Don.
Unfair face-off. I would like to see the stat in this game, number of face-offs compared to unfair face-offs.
732 to 17.
They've got about a 95% rating on that.
They call it every time.
Well, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 Humpty Dumpties.
That'd be a great drinking game following along at home. If they call an unfair face-off, you have to take a drink.
Hey, you said it.
Yeah.
So if you're at home, watch and get a drink in your hand because that's the name of the game. And we're going to find out who stepped up to the challenge here at the end.
Somebody's got to be at home watching. Crack one open. Well, you might want to get a cooler.
Get a cooler.
Because you're going to run out.
We should have announced this before the ice cut. They could have run to the liquor store and got a case.
Most of our viewers got a full fridge, Don. If I know our viewers, you know, all 732 of them, they're rip-roaring ready to go.
Here we go. Let's start where we left off. There's a whistle. Guys come to the ice, stretch the legs a little bit.
Don, as I was saying before we broke, good first period by the Tbirds, or first half in the second period. Scored 3 goals, put it up there on the shot side of things, got them doubled up. I think defensively we're playing real strong. Got to clean up some of those, you know, passes coming off the boards, coming to the middle, make sure we're following that guy in. But offensively, I thought we looked great. You know, a couple passes we missed there, but overall, I'm giving them a solid A so far.
Yeah, I can't disagree. We're getting pucks on net and getting bodies to net. I think we're also doing a pretty good job on the back check.
Handsome.
Right, back checking and collapsing defense to clear pucks out in front of the net. Kind of wins games.
You know, if Mr. Maida here was at home watching, he would definitely play in the unfair face-off.
So he's just stepping in. He hasn't heard, but so we are starting to play a drinking game. For every unfair face-off, you got a chug.
I like it. All right.
And I think the refs are winning that one. About 95% winning.
Game, yeah.
All right, goalies are in the creases, ready to own those. Last final words from Coach Ryan.
Always.
There's your breakdown. Coming to the ice to start this half, it looks like we're going to see Jackson and Dashel on the backside. Up front, we're going to have Miller, Irvin, and Dillon. Looks like it's going to be a defensive zone face-off to start. Miller in for the draw. Puck's down, sent to the half boards. Dillon has it out of the ice, has Irvin. Irvin has on entry with Dillon and Miller going. Off a skate. Good job back checking by Miller. In skates. Rampage ships it out. We ship it right back in. Miller's back on his horse. Rampage says up and out, down.
My
Ref.
goodness.
Off a ref skate. That would have been icing, I believe. We came out and played it. Jackson sends it up to Dashel up the outside. Dashel has Miller streaking right up. 2-on-1 if we hurry. Miller to Irv to Miller. Oh, I don't know how that missed, but that was a perfect set. Coming through the neutral zone with speed. Dillon off the board. Miller working there, cycles it down low. Dillon's going to go work there. Dillon turning out of it. Dillon up high to Dashel. Dashel gets it through to Miller. Miller right back to Dillon. Dillon high to Connor Hilly. Connor Hilly shot blocked, sent to the hash. We're looking for backside changes. Jack Evans now on the backside. Puck goes all the way through into the corner. Puck comes out. Trevor picks it up. We have zone cleared. Trevor turns, dumps it in deep, and we'll go back in. Sammy Maida is going to go in and apply pressure. It's in front. Sammy picks it up, slides through the seam, turns out of it, looking for space. Cross pass looking for Jack, gets all the way through, and Rampage again able to clear up and out right into the ref, who is most likely in the way. Jack from back behind the net. Jack up high says Parker. Parker has zone entry. Parker slides it through to the opposite corner. Sam's going to there. Rampage trying to come up the middle, shut down by Jack. Jack, good stick. Sammy picks it up. Sammy looking for an overpass. Rampage with a good stick, and Connor has it to Trevor. Trevor gets munched off here on the boards. Slide through to Jack. Jack Evans. Oh, really good shot there going through the slot. Rampage picks it up off the half boards. Good job by Connor Hilly with an angle. Jackson now on the backside. Jackson up and out. Cross checks, trips all over the ice right in front of him. No call.
Off to a banging start here, Don.
Playing out of the corner. Connor Hilly reverses up the boards, has Kell. Kell chips it up and out. Garrett now on. Jackson now on. Going to call an offside, or what are they going to call? What's the call?
I'm not sure if he's calling an interference or what. Well, apparently they're able to count quickly here, Don, but they've missed everything else since we got into this.
Too many men on the ice. He wasn't anywhere even near that. So we got Jackson Dash on the backside, Linden and Garrett on up front. Rampage has it over. Turn shot fire wide of the net. Jackson easy. Turn and clear. Rampage having a regroup deep in their zone. Garrett looking to apply pressure. Rampage up the outside. Good job by Linden and Garrett. Puck comes forward. Dashel has it. Dashel taking space. Dashel turns, fires it right up the middle. Had Garrett going. Sends it in deep. Rampage again recollecting themselves 200 feet. Kellen now on. Rampage has zone entry. Tried to send it to net front. Turn shot fire wide of the net. Good pressure by Linden. Kellen comes in to support. Dashel has it. Dashel turn, fires it up and out and down.
Great job by the Birds stifling this power play.
Oh, good job by Linden going in that front. Had Kellen going there. Kellen picks it up. Tried to turn shot fire. Just had it stick checked off his stick. Rampage going to have zone entry. Jack and Mark on the backside. Rampage trying to come to the slot, but pressure's all over him. We come through. We poke it up and out. Really good job. And I tell you what, the practice this week in penalty kills has served them well. Rampage has zone exit. Chips it off the half boards. Puck comes through. Kellen's able to chip it up and in. Sammy Maida's going to go dig that, win that race. Good body. Sammy comes out with it, chips it back behind the net. Comes right back out with it again. Got stick check. Rampage loses it and skates. That little questionable action.
Close. That was close.
There. Rampage has zone entry. 7 seconds left. Turnover. Sammy has it. Come on, Sammy. Drive hard. Turn shot fired. Slide on the net. Puck comes out front. And we're back to even. Irvin on. Dillon on. Miller on. Jack gets it forward to Irvin. Irvin has zone entry. We got guys all kinds. Irvin delay shot, firm, fired, and saved. We had two guys going to the backside. Thought about it for a minute, and that lane just closed up.
Could have had a chance there, and I think goalie was playing past the whole way, and then was able to get that big mid out there and gather that one in. But penalty kill so far today, killed off 2 penalties, and I think we've outchanced them on both of them. So great job by the penalty kill unit there with 2:58 here to go in the second.
Dashel Jackson on the backside. Dylan, Miller, and Irvin. Comes up to Dashel. Dashel sends it deep into the zone. Rampage has it for a moment, but then Dylan has it. Looking for that cross pass. Comes out of the zone. Jackson back on retrieval. Jackson cross-ice pass. Had Dylan. Dylan bumps it forward for Jackson. Jackson has the line. Leaves it for Miller. Miller has a space turn. Oh, yes. Wow. I don't know how that went in, but Miller had space. Patience. Goalie came out. Plenty of room behind, and Miller slid it through, and it looks like Jackson poked it home.
Looks like Dyer's going to get the credit for that one. As you said, Miller just danced his way through the Rampage defense there and then had plenty of patience as the goalie got down on his chest and threw that one in, and it looks like Jackson cleaned it up. So 4-0 T-Birds, 2:31 left.
Liam, Trevor, Keaton on the ice with Connor Hilly and Jack. Trevor steps in for the draw. Punch down, puck forward. Boston skates. Trevor comes out with it, though. He's got zone entry. Third shot fired just short of the net. Connor Hilly steps to hold the zone, does. Battle in here with Trevor, supporting. Liam helping cover. Good job. Liam pokes it forward, has Trevor. Trevor gloves it, getting angled off. Connor Hilly again steps in to support. Rampage tried to reverse the backside on the net, missed the overpass. Chips it up and out, and Liam's there, slides it through. Keaton has it, bumps it through to Trev. Trev chips it in deep, and Liam's back on his horse. Liam's working hard back here behind the net. Have support there from Keaton. Keaton and Liam, they blow a whistle. What are they calling now?
Puck frozen. Couldn't tell as it's happening behind the net.
Or didn't go in the air. I don't know if he's calling a penalty or just a face-off.
But Keaton and Liam were in there just grinding. It looks like they're going to take Keaton to the box for working too hard behind the net, apparently.
That guy. Welcome to Colorado roughing at its best.
Wow. Nothing like working hard in the corner on the forecheck and getting taken.
The guy had his feelings hurt at breakfast, apparently.
Coach Seavey not happy about that call, too. Had to look for clarification, but one of the softest calls I've seen today.
Last time I checked, this was midget hockey. We'll be going on the penalty kill again. Dashel and Jackson with Garrett and Linden. Rampage comes out with it. Rampage working the high. Cross pass miss. Jackson's there, turns, fires it up and out and down. Again, that's going to be a 200 feet regroup.
Don, I got to call out our first non-unfair face-off called on a face-off.
Non-unfair face-off. And it was on the PK. Rampage up the outside, have zone entry. Good stick and step by Dash. Puck comes weird out front. Ethan tried to send it to the corner, and it just stuck there, but he's able to freeze it.
Yeah, it looked like he went to push that one in the corner, Don, and it flipped on him. And then when he was bringing his stick back, it came back in. Funky little play there, but able to gobble that one up there.
Kellen and Sammy come on. Dashel Jackson remain on the backside. Kellen in for the draw. Look to win it back and rim it. One back. There it is. That's the play. Rimmed up. And Sammy chips it forward. Sammy's got a 2-on-1 if we hurry with Kel. Decent for Kel. Third shot got stick blocked to the corner. Kellen picks it back up, though. Kellen in a 3-on-1 battle down there. Working hard.
They're going to call it up. They're going to call another roughing here.
And the boys on the bench are happy about that one because it was a 2-on-1 and Rampage had no chance.
Yeah. Oh, no roughing call.
They blow a whistle, though, instead of telling them to work it free.
Yeah.
Like a normal official might. Quick on the whistle and say. Same four guys step in for the draw. Puts one back. Dashel has it. Rampage takes it out of the corner looking for space. They're going to have zone exit. They're going to have zone entry. Nowhere to go. Try to slide it through the middle. Good angle by Jackson. Pucks in skates. Gets chipped forward. Rampage has it. Tried to bump it down to the high slot. Back high. Turn shot fired. Deflected wide. Oh, stay low. Puck out of play.
I can't ever tell what they're calling. They're blowing the whistle because it went up, or they're going to call another soft penalty.
Went out of play.
Okay. Even good save there, though. Shot from the point. Good clapper came in. Looked like he got tipped and got a pad on it as it was coming through.
Mark and Jack on the backside. Miller and it looks like Linden. Puck one forward out of the zone. Linden is applying pressure. Good stick. Allows Miller to come through. Another turnover. Good stick and step by Mark. Rampage fires it in on that. That's going to do it for the second period. We come back on a 4-0 game, and we have 19 seconds to kill.
Good period there. Got another tally on the board. Going into the third here up 4-0, and don't want to talk about the prediction before the game, but
we hear you loud and clear. I can see you. I can feel what you're laying down.
I can feel it. Excited for the drive home, though, you know. Solid hour back. Catch a little Avs traffic coming through, too.
To the Avs game all the way home.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know.
Puck doesn't drop till 7, so, but you're going to catch that traffic coming through.
You know, I had an invite to a suite tonight.
Really? Man.
And I had to pass on it because it would be unpredictable.
You could have made it, Dom.
I'm first and foremost committed to Thunderbird Nation.
And everybody out there appreciates you.
Right? And
I don't, but everybody else does, Dom.
Outside of that, it was just unpredictable.
We'll see in a great hockey game here for the Thunderbirds. It should be a pretty solid hockey game. The Avs off to a hot start, 4-0-1. That top line with Netchis and McKinnon looking like it's something pretty special. So
some of the other lines contributing, which is what you like to see.
Big Nichushkin tallied 2 last game.
That was good for him. He's been due.
He has been.
All right, 19 seconds to kill. Dassel, Jackson, Linden, and Garrett. Puck's down. Rampage has it. Cross pass. Miss it. They wave off icing. Jackson turns, wires it. Not out. Rampage working off the half boards. Sends it to net front, miss. We tie guys up. Dassel bumps it forward to Linden. Linden bumps it forward to Garrett, just missed. We had an odd man there. We are now even. Rampage has zone entry. Good collapsing D. Puck is bumped forward to Dassel by Garrett. Dassel has zone entry. Turns out of it. Bumps it to center. Puck comes back high up to Dassel. Dassel over to Kellen. Kellen leaves it for Jack. Jack turns half. Oh, my God. I don't know where do we start. That was 4 passes, right?
Absolute beautiful work there by the T-Birds, passing that puck along the blue line, driving it in deep, and then I didn't even know where he was passing when they threw that one across the ice, but right on the tape and buried in the back of the net there.
Dassel found Kellen up high. Kellen had Jack going in. Jack got deep and sent it across to Garrett.
Great pass by Jack.
Shelf.
5-0 Birds.
Sammy, Parker, Trevor, Jack, and Connor Hilly. Pucks in skates. Sent to the half boards. Connor Hilly pokes it forward. Rampage having to regroup in their defensive zone with the over. They send it up. They chip it in deep, back behind the net. Gets chipped through by Connor Hilly. Parker playing from back there. What is that ref doing? Puck's in into the center ice. Parker has it up the outside to Trevor.
He's like 7 feet.
What is he doing, man? These guys are in the way. Puck out of the zone. Sammy back to help. Sammy cross pass. Stick in lanes. Rampage picks it up in their defensive zone. They send it in deep. Jack pokes it through. Sammy comes through. Sammy has space. Sammy has Parker on the opposite side. Parker has zone entry. Parker chips it into the corner. Puck comes up the seam. Dashiell's now back on. Cross pass. Rampage has it off a skate. We got a 2-on-1. They get around one. Good job. Pucks in skates. Good job on collapsing defense. Dashiell chips it up and out of the zone. His Rampage had an odd man rush. Jackson chips it forward. Irvin picks it up, sends it in deep. Rampage trying to clear it, but Irvin is just going beast mode down here in the corner. Miller slides it high to Jackson. Jackson turn shot fired, deflected on the ice by Miller wide. Miller picks it up off the hash. Miller out of the corner. Miller has a seam. Lost an edge. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Jackson has it. Miller has it right back. Slides it to Irvin to Dillon. Back to Irvin. Irvin turn shot fired, deflected into the corner. Irvin has it. Irvin slid it through to Miller, coming through with speed. Irvin now picks it back up, has the back of the net. To Dillon up front, puck's loose. Rampage has it up the outside, turning and chip it up and out. Mark's now on. Mark ices it. We had them on the ropes looking for a change, and we just couldn't quite connect with that up ice pass there, Nate.
Thought Dillon was going in. He went out and Mark threw it to him and just missed him there. But they were chatting about it on the way back to the bench. They're on the right page there, but good action on both sides. Good defensive play there a few minutes ago, and then a couple good chances on the offensive side.
Connor, Hilly, Jack on the backside. Kellen, Keaton, and Liam. Puck comes up high. Liam bumps it back to Jack, bumps it to Keaton. Rampage gets out of the zone, picks it up off the boards. They're going to have zone entry, but back check is there by Liam. Liam slides through, slides it up to Keaton. Keaton leaves it for Kellen. It's going to have zone entry. Kellen to the outside with the reverse fit, working out of the corner. Kellen slides it to Connor Hilly. Connor Hilly looking for time and space. Connor slides it to net front. Jack turns, fires, gets whistled wide. Jack steps it short the zone, punches it back down. Liam's there. Liam and Jack working here out of the corner. Kellen back up high support, and puck comes to Jack. Jack had Keaton in front, puck on net. Rampage trying to clear it, can't. Connor Hilly holds his own, turns and fires it in deep. They send it up. Kellen holds his own. Jackson now on with Garrett. Rampage finally able to clear it up and out and down. Linden's going to go back. Send it up ice. Turnover. Rampage turns, fires. Saved and frozen by E-Train. That'll be a defensive zone face-off and allow us to finish our changes.
Dangerous chance there is had a T-Bird goalie T-Bird player coming across, almost screened Ethan as that puck was coming in, but great shift there by Keaton and Kellen and Liam.
Dashiell, Jackson on the backside. Garrett, Linden, and it's like Miller. Puck's down. Jackson tied up with his guy. Rampage has it. Sends it cross ice pass. Linden's able to poke it forward. Has Garrett. Garrett has Miller. Yep. Miller turns shot fire. Center mass. Goalie made a strong push to save that from going into the back of the net, but a good find by Garrett to Miller.
Blame that one on me as I called a goal before it got shot and ended up going center mass, but great little touch pass there by Linden and good cross ice pass. Give it right there and couldn't bury that one home.
Miller will step in here for this face-off.
Oh, there. Take a drink, folks.
You blew the whistle. Drop the puck. Oh, man. Rampage trying to clear it up the half boards. They get it out. Jackson's here. Jackson chips it forward. Has Garrett in the zone. Just offside.
just by a hair as Linden was coming in off the blue line trying to get a step and had it. Was trying to get to the net and looking for the puck.
Puck down. Rampage comes up with it. They have zone exit. They have the line. Turn chip it in. Jackson has a good stick. Gashel picks it up out of the corner. Rampage covers, trying to get it to the center ice. Rampage has it. Turn shot fired, blocked by Jackson. Jackson backhands it to the opposite side of the ice. Jackson has it, sends it to the opposite side of the ice, up and out. Garrett's there. No call. Rampage sends it up and out and down. That'll be an icing, so we'll stay here for an offensive zone faceoff.
11:24 to go here in the third period. Don, and shots 27-14 with T-Birds almost doubling up Rampage.
Mark and Jack on the backside with Sammy, Trevor, and Parker. Sammy in for the draw. Pucks one back. Jack has it. Turn shot, fire blocked out of the zone. Oh, really good job by D getting back to the net. Both Mark and Jack. Sammy gets it, chips it in deep. Sammy and Parker in on the forecheck. Rampage comes up and outside. They have zone exit. Now they're going to have zone entry. Send it in on net. Ethan just gathers it, saves, and freezes it.
Yeah, great job there by Jack getting back there with Mark kind of filling in as he lost this off the boards. And, you know, Rampage came in with a 2-on-1 there, and they're able to get back on that back check, John, and shut it down.
Looks like we have offensive changes with Miller, Dylan, and Irvin. Parks one back. Jack sends it back behind the net. Rampage picks it up, trying to come to net front, comes all the way through. Shot blocked by Irvin. Dylan picks it up. Dylan tries to chip it forward. Comes to Jack. Jack punches it forward. We've got zone entry. Miller in on the forecheck. Rampage tried to reverse the backside of the net. Dylan's there. Sends it to Miller. Miller trying to go high. Rampage with good stick. Mark turn shot fire wide. Comes to Jack. Jack turns and fires it deep behind the net. Rampage sends it back up. Comes back up to Jack. Jack slides it through. Puck still in the zone. Good job by Dylan. Dylan chips it forward. Puck comes up high. Mark turns and tried to fire it in. Blocked. There's a little snowman right there. Rampage hits it in deep. Jack's back. Jack turns out of it. He's got time and space. Had Trevor cross ice. Trevor bumps it forward to Irvin. Irvin's flying through the zone. Irvin has the back of the net. Almost had the wraparound. Goalie push save. Dylan's going to pick out of it. Dylan had Irvin. Irvin turned shot fired and saved and frozen.
Woo.
Irvin was fine and didn't miss that wraparound by much.
Absolutely buzzing there, Don. The pride of Colorado Springs coming around the net there and almost got one in on the wraparound, but good post-to-post there by the goalie to get there and shut that one down, but beautiful move there by Big Irv.
Trevor, Keaton, Liam, Dashel, and Jackson. Trevor in for the face-off. Drink. Take a drink.
Take a drink.
Keaton comes out with it. Keaton chips it forward. Keaton has the back of the net. Slides it up to Jackson. Jackson gets around one. Turn shot fire wide of the net. Puck comes up high. Dashel has it. Slides through one. Got hooked. No call. Gets the puck back.
Good little reverse hit there by
He's
Dashel.
looking for calls, and there should have been at least one.
Yeah. Nice little piece there by Dashel on the boards before the whistle, but got absolutely hooked at the blue line.
Trevor in for the draw. Puck's one back. Jackson has it. Jackson backhands it in deep. Rampage being forced to regroup behind their net. Try to whistle it up the opposite side. Jackson has a turn shot fired, deflected off Rampage into the corner. Reverse the side of the net. Try to come up. Dash will step into short. We got to play with emotion here. Puck sent up and high, and Trevor has it. What's the call? What's the call?
It looks like we're going to get an offsides here.
Wrong.
Or do you call it a hand pass? Which you can do a hand.
Did we not have a puck? These guys don't know what offsides is apparently, or delayed offsides. Puck's down. Puck send deep into our zone. Jackson trying to defend. Dassel comes out with it, trying to poke it forward. Garrett's on the half boards. Puck comes out of the zone. Kellen now on. Rampage with the cross-ice pass miss. Jackson has it, chips it forward into the zone. Rampage being forced to regroup deep in their zone. Good forecheck by Linden. Linden looking for a cross pass to Jackson. Guy in a lane, but we chip it in. Now we're clear. Rampage has it. Has zone entry. Back down in the corner. Jackson turns, whistles it up and not out, but Garrett comes through. Makes sure it gets out. Garrett turns shot, fire, punch save. On the dot, Linden picks it up. Linden leaves it for Connor Hill. He got stick checked. Rampage picks it up. They have good back check by Connor Hilly, though, to stick with it, and Garrett's there. Linden picks it up out of the zone. Leaves it for Jack. Jack trying to poke it forward. Rampage, good stick by Connor Hilly. Rampage has zone entry. Turn shot, fire, saved by Ethan out to the corner. Connor rides his guy all the way to the corner. Kellen's there. Connor and Kellen working there in the corner. Kellen comes out with it. Gets it to Jack. Jack up the half boards, has Trevor. Trevor has Linden going through the middle. Linden just got stick checked, trying to stick with it. Rampage up wide, up the outside. Jack has it, cross ice in the zone. Rampage has it. Again, they're looking for stretch passes. That's a high stick. No high stick. Rampage touched it first. Good back check by Sammy. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Rampage again having to regroup from the defensive zone. They have the overpass. Up and through. They wave off icing. Jack back on retrieval. Reverses the backside of the net. Turns it over to Rampage. Picks it up. Rampage right up the middle. We have a 2-on-1 developing here with Parker and Sammy. Parker had it roll off the stick. Still sends it on net. Puck was loose for a moment.
Parker almost snuck that one 5-hole as the Rampage goalie saw him go past and deep as Parker was then able to locate that puck, threw it right back in between the pillows and almost snuck that one in 5-hole. Would have been a great look.
Miller, Irvin, Dillon, Jackson, and Daschel. Miller in for the draw. Puck one of the half boards. Got poked by Jackson. Rampage has a 2-on-1 here. Daschel defending. Rampage with the over, misses it. Miller is back. Puck comes through. Daschel pokes it up the half boards, looking for Irvin. Blocked out of the zone. Dillon pokes it to Irvin. Irvin in on himself. Wow. Oh, got a shot off. And we had another attempt. Better not be in matching here, you're going to hear me go ballistic.
Shouldn't be here, as it looks like, a little extracurricular from everybody. But
they are.
For what? You get a penalty for pushing the guy?
Garbage.
Well, it looks like they're getting 2, so we will go on the power play here.
Okay.
Matching roughings there. I think that's number 3 or 4 there for Penny today. So
Here we go. We're going to be going on the power play here with Dashel and Trevor up high. Irvin, Miller, and Linden on up front. Miller in for the face-off. Puck's one back to Dashel. Dashel slides it down to Miller. Miller is looking for space in the seam. Slides it over to Trev on the backside. Can't connect. Trevor just missed the overpass. Dashel picks it back up, has Miller. Miller's going to curl with speed. Slides it through, but Rampage doing a good job. Try to clear it, and Miller gets it right back. So we're going to have zone. Miller sends it high to Dashel. Dashel slides it over to Trevor. Trevor trying to get it to middle. We're just waiting too long for those passes. Rampage able to clear it up and down.
Yeah, just a hair long. It was wide open there, right on the button. Could have got it there.
From back behind the net has Irvin up the half boards. Irvin trying to slide it through to Trevor. Rampage chips it up and out. Mark has it on the backside to Irvin. Irvin's going to have his own entry, no doubt. He's got Dashel going.
Oh, no way. My goodness. Late offsides call as he was halfway to the net with a 2-on-1. Basically almost a 2-on-0 there, John. And he's going to call an offsides there. Love to see the replay on that one.
Well, Burns' replay says it was offsides. We'll have to go back and watch it later.
Yeah, he's had a couple coffees from the parking lot, though.
And they're taking it all the way down. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Who got a penalty? For what?
Well, he went. No, I don't know.
Unsportsmanlike?
What was the signal?
I have no idea, but
Dashel's
in the penalty box, so I have no idea what happened.
Still a 5 on though. You get a 10. Almost got a 10.
A 10? For what? Puck's down. Mark has it. Cross-ice pass. Kellen has it. Kellen has his own entry. Hook, hold. Nope. Ball all the way to the corner. Sammy and Parker down there trying to support. Comes through to Parker. Parker has it up tall to Jackson. Jackson back to Parker. Parker turn shot, fire block. Parker sends it back up to Jackson. Jackson tried to one-time it, missed. Rampage has his own clear. Shot blocked by Jackson. He's got the back of the net. As Parker on the opposite side, Parker looking for space, slides it over to Jackson. Jackson turn shot, fire, saved out to the corner. Jackson takes the back of the net, 2 seconds. Turn shot, fire, missed the net completely. Sammy's there. Slide over to Kellen. Kellen has it. Kellen off the seam. Turn shot fired through. Oh. Shot fired by Sammy. Punch save behind the net. Parker's there. Kellen and Parker working hard on these boards here. Puck sent up and out and down. Slash, things, all kinds of stuff going on. Heaton bumps it forward. Puck sent across ice and down. They're going to call an icing.
Yeah. I saw Parker take a one-handed just right hook there right in front of the Rampage bench, and I think 2 of the refs were looking at it, didn't call anything, but...
Miller, Keaton, Liam, Jackson, and Connor.
Oh, no.
Scoreboard's off. Turn shot fired. Clock's finally back on. Connor Healy steps to hold. Sends it in deep. Rampage up the half boards. Jackson holds it. Puck's in across ice. And from the sounds of it, it sounded like they gave Nashville a 10-minute unsportsmanlike conduct. Which,
yeah, as Mr. Burns just said, there is T-Birds going to have to keep their heads about them here, as it seems they are reached the point of frustration in this game.
Kellen, Garrett, Linden, Jack, and Mark. Pucks one back. Mark has it from the point. Mark turns and fires it. Linden picks it up off the hash, sends it back behind the net, has Garrett. Garrett tried to send it up net front, comes right up the middle and out. Mark has it, turns, fires it back down in deep. We are now clear. Kellen back in hard on the forecheck. Rampage misses the over, and Garrett's there trying to keep it in. Rampage has zone exit. They're looking for zone entry. Cross pass. Get it in the zone. Jack's there. Puck slide to the middle. Mark's there. Mark backhands it up, turns it over to Rampage. Turn shot fired. Wide of the net. Linden has it, trying to bump it up and through. Rampage holds the zone. Turn shot fired wide of the net. Garrett chips it out of the zone. Rampage has it. Off a skate. Rampage has zone entry. Gets it in deep. Ethan is without his stick. Garrett has it. Chips it up high and cross, and we're looking for changes. Rampage being forced to regroup deep in their zone. Miss it off a skate. Forechecks there. Get through three guys. They've got a good job there by Jackson holding the zone. Turn shot fired. Rampage from high. Turn shot fired blocked. Good stick. Turn shot fired wide of the net. We're chasing here. Puck chipped off the boards and out. Rampage gets it in their defensive zone. Puck sent in deep. Puck up the half boards, up and out. Parker in on forecheck. Rampage regrouping, have the neutral zone, send it in deep. No icing. Jackson's going to retrieve that. Jackson up the outside as Trevor. Trevor slides it through to Parker. Parker has zone entry. Sammy has it. Sammy gets around one. Oh, little backhand of forehand. Climbed up and over the goalie. Heck, yeah! Good work by Sammy, and Keaton has had that coming for a long time, was rewarded.
Love to see that for big 9'5" Keaton out there. First tally of the year, Don. Love to see it. He's excited. The bench is excited. But, you know, that line all day has just been out there just grinding and working, forechecking, etc. Love to see a pass from the front, get on a stick, and go into the back of the net.
6-0 game here.
Don, I knew there'd be 6 goals in this game. I called 5-1, but
Call it 5-1.
I'll take 6-0. Just got to hold on for 48 more seconds here.
Puck's down. Rampage comes out with it. They're going to have zone entry. Kind of stand him up right there. Puck comes up high. It's in the zone. Jack working here on the half boards with Kellen. Oh, there's. Good work by Kellen and Jack, just going to work.
Just grinding over here in the corner.
Rampage comes out with it. Good block by Mark there. Rampage has a high turn shot fired, blocked.
Oh, what a save.
Kellen has it, gets it up and out. Get the hook all the way through. No call, you're looking right at it, you bozo.
Hand was up on the other end. We'll apologize.
Hand was
for
up on the other end.
call.
The guy looking at it right here, making all the calls, didn't have nothing.
Ethan, great save there at the end to maintain the shutout as Tbirds 6-0 here, Don. Shots 35-19 and a good win under the belt. Start the weekend. We'll be back here. Well, not here. Be a Big Bear tomorrow.
Hey,
Rough Riders.
We'll take it. 6-0 win. Got to come back with fire in the belly again tomorrow. And I think for now, Don Harmey with my partner,
Nate Christensen signing off.
tuning over and